Alright, hello everyone, and welcome now to a game between Happy and Life taking place here on Secret Valley. We have, Happy spawning as the red undead over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Life has spawned as the blue night elf over here on the bottom left. This is once again Secret Valley, undead versus night elf. What's going to be happening in this one particular matchup, I really don't know and really can't say any longer. It feels like there's been a generational shift in terms of the overall metas. I've been seeing a lot more destroyer usage, frostworm usage than I have in years past. So it's nice to see that even though WarCraft 3 Frozen Throne has been out for over 10 years now, has it been? It's almost 15. Is it 15? I think that's the 15th year. The strategies and the meta is still changing. We probably still need a good amount of new maps to be introduced. If you guys haven't found out, I believe ESL is having some additional map contests out there. Definitely go ahead and check that out as well. Or you may just be getting all of your WarCraft 3 fix from my channel. If you are, thank you very much, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Anyways, Archer going to be popping out here in just a second. It is going to be a Demon Hunter going up against a Death Knight. No big surprises at all, as a Tomb of Relics will be completed here in just a moment. Alright, how is everything going to be unfolding? I do not know for certain, as a Wisp, well, moving a little bit faster than it normally should since it was at 2x speed. Now, based upon the opening, we are going to be looking at a large number of ghouls with this Death Knight. And is he going to be aggressive with this Death Knight, or is he just going to try and do some creeping? Undead Death Knight opening up with Unholy Aura, picking out 3 ghouls already, and it looks as though he's going to be going after these creep camps. And also using that skeletal minion as well. Rod of Necromancy charge 4, so it is going to be 6 units, and those skeletal minions do in fact pack a very, very big punch. Skeletal minions dealing 14 to 15 damage compared to just 12 to 14. Skeletal minions are a bit of a glass cannon though, since they only have 180 hit points. Null Overseer are going to get finished off here in just a second. You can see all of that poison damage over time, how much it does affect all of these units. Unholy Aura giving these ghouls a little bit of health regeneration, but really not going to be enough since they do not get natural health regeneration until they are on Blight. And when they are on Blight, they have 200% health regeneration. So go figure that. All right, Wisp hiding off in the corner. The Death Knight unable to get there. And knowing all of those little nooks and crannies of the map to be able to position Wisp is very, very important. You can see off over here, I believe there's a position off over here as well where the Wisp can get to and the Death Knight cannot follow. Death Knight now going after the Null Wardens. Level 2 now on the Death Knight, as are we going to go after the rest of the Null Wardens and perhaps some of these Null Brutes. The Null Wardens do take a lot of damage from this Skeletal Minion army and Ghoul army because of their normal armor. Back down across over here, you can see the archers are actually doing damage to the red drake here, and this archer needs to shoot an arrow at gonna shadow meld. All right, there you go, switching aggro that way. And is it gonna be enough? You can see a little bit of that healing going across. This archer perhaps should be joining off over here as well to add in a little bit of extra damage. And are we going to see a little bit more shadow meld? Yes, we are. There you go. Red Drake is going to get taken down, and it is Vampiric Aura, something that isn't necessarily great for the Demon Hunter. But if we do, in fact, go for bears, it could, in fact, be very, very helpful. All right, my daughter's scaring me behind me. Not quite sure why. As we see the Death Knight now join in on the fight. Does get to level 3. Demon Hunter trying to get a mana burn off. May end up getting surrounded. And now going after these units. You can see, in fact, how much damage this Demon Hunter can do. Archer's going to be joining in on the fight here as well. Mana burn going after all of these units. And you can see that the Death Knight is, yes, Wisp. The Death Knight was not expecting the sheer number of archers that joined in on the fight. With 4 archers dealing 16 to 18 damage, that damage does in fact add up very, very quickly. And the additional bonus health from the Demon Hunter's Scourge Bone Chimes actually made that surround a little bit more costly for his opponent than he expected. Nope, those are ghouls. They're ghouls. See? Ghoul. All right, back down across over here. That is a skeleton warrior. Ancient of War. All right, Demon Hunter now looking to back off. If my daughter knows like words like Ancient of War and Blade Master before she knows some more common terms, I will be, well, rather surprised. Panda and Brewmaster joining in on the fight here. Breath of Fire, removing a large chunk of hit points across multiple ghouls, as the Demon Hunter really maintaining a high health just because of the Panda. Yes, you are right. The Wisp is hiding in the tree. Panda now looking to join in on the fight all across over here. Ancient of War now joining in as well, taking a lot of damage as the Demon Hunter is hoping to keep this Death Knight at bay. Demon Hunter still wandering around back across over here. The Demon Hunter is an extremely high mobile unit, able to keep track and keep tabs of all of these units. Here you can see a skeletal minion heading back off to the north. Double Wisp are in position. And we'll see where all of those units will be traveling off to next. Panda looking to finish off a Forest Troll Berserker. Meanwhile, the ghouls are going to be able to get in position here. Panda does pick up a Pendant of Mana, or a Pendant of Mana as a quick Shadow Meld right there, knowing that the Death Knight did not, in fact, have Dust of Appearance. Beautifully done. Pendant of Energy, excuse me, not Pendant of Mana, as the Death Knight now needs to get away from that Demon Hunter with Boots of Speed, able to run out quickly. Apparently, we are playing a game where Arya keeps on calling out every single thing she sees on the map. All right, let's take a look at this. Archer is going to be healing back up. Death Knight does a quick run by. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter gets a Frost Nova and now is in a little bit of trouble. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, however, quickly changes all of that as ghouls are now just absolutely getting destroyed. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, still damage over time. As you can see, a little bit of slow once more. All right, Ghoul getting in the way. Is it going to really work out? As you can see, the remaining ghouls getting into position. Death Knight gets a mana burn off. Not that much mana left as the Panda now looks to back up again. Sacrificial Pit is up, so that means we should be looking at a Boneyard here in just a second. Once the Black Citadel is completed, Frostworms will be joining in on the fight as the Death Knight now heads back down to the south. All right. Panda gonna join in here. Panda, Demon Hunter, all these units gonna be fighting back once again. Meanwhile, Lich still sitting at level 1, very, very low on hit points, finishing off, nope, unable to finish it off, and ends up getting detonated as well. Things are not looking good for Happy right now. Low mana, low hit points across multiple units. I don't see Obsidian statues yet, and I don't even see the Frostworm yet. That is really well, there's one Obsidian statue finally joining on the fight. The Demon Hunter may be able to mana burn that, removing a good chunk of mana from that unit. Meanwhile, the Dryads are going to be joining in here as well. Demon Hunter does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Mana burns onto the Lich. Both sides are going to be fighting. Panda in a good spot. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, blows over many more of those units as the Demon Hunter, very low on hit points, is going to be forced to use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Continuing that fight here. Well, the Demon Hunter should just be slicing his way through all of these units to try and get more and more hit points back. You can see the Demon Hunter down to 78 hit points. It gets taken down finally as the Dryads need to run back every which way as well. All right, long distance attack. Is that going to actually hit anything? I do not believe so. You can see him dropping down all of those units and picking them back up. The Pandarin Brewmaster is back out onto the field, does have a Potion of Greater Mana. All the Moonwells are low, and we don't see an Ancient of Wonders for that Moonstone. Yes, that is Wisp. Tree of Life. Tree of Life now back up across over here. Death Knight and Lich now looking to pull back here. You can see that the Death Knight purposely has the Orb of Corruption to be able to attack that Red Drake who is currently in the air, trying to pull them away once again. You can see that Red Drake is taking a little bit of extra damage. Well, taking 17% extra damage right now, since the Red Drake does in fact, nope, had negative armor. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter trying to chase back down. Is it going to be able to do the good amount of damage? Yes, mana burns onto that Obsidian statue. If it's able to get more damage across multiple units. Nope. All right. Sorry, a lot's happening in the background here, and it's hard to stay focused. rejuvenation onto the Dryad. Ogre Lord gonna be, well, Ogre Lord actually sitting at the top of the ramp. That's exactly where you don't want to try and engage. You end up missing many of your attacks since it is ranged attacks up on the high ground. Ogre Magi taken down. Druid of the Claw still at adept training. Tome of Strength onto the Demon Hunter instead of the Panda. Not quite sure what that was about, as the Demon Hunter still engaging here. Ogre Lord gets mana burn, should get taken down here in just a moment. Warsong Battle Drums now picked up by the Pandarin Brewmaster, as the remainder of this creep camp will get cleaned up. We should see a rejuvenation onto the Panda here in just a second. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 3, doesn't really need to get to level 4. Where's the rejuvenation? No rejuvenation onto the Panda? Alright, apparently the Panda is not going to get a rejuvenation. They may just be heading over here to the Fountain of Health and trying to save those rejuvenations for another time. Demon Hunter does not have an Orb of Venom, which means that the Red Drake, well, the Red Drake is not going to get attacked by any more of these units. Bear now back out onto the field, trying to pull the Red Drake away and away from being able to be healed from the Fountain of Health, and then switch back again. Panda should really be standing much closer to this Fountain of Health. There it goes, finally doing so. There's a Roar as well. The Archer should be backed up as well. Demon Hunter still does not have an Orb of Venom, unable to attack the air down. All right, let's take a look. What was the item? Item is going to be Devotion Aura, an additional +1 armor across all of those units, as we now see a Scroll of Town portal. Where's it going? All right, teleporting off here in order to protect the expansion, perhaps expecting that his opponent is nearby. We do see the Frostworm here, one Frostworm, a bunch of ghouls, and this upcoming fight, we do also see Destroyers in the air, but and well, Druids of the Claw with Roar, which should be devoured in just a moment. All right, a quick heal once again. Demon Hunter gonna go ahead and engage. Breath of Fire taking down multiple units. Goblin Tinker using the Pocket Factory as a little bit of a roadblock to prevent the units from getting within range. Dryads are trying to run back every which way. It looks like they'll be able to survive, and well, that was probably a pretty premature good game, but you can see that Life was actually winning in all the categories, and it didn't look like the expansion was going to go down. Nothing definitive saying that Life was going to win the game. There was no hero losses, but yeah, there was the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.